The member for Holt.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. I rise tonight to speak about a couple of very noteworthy events that I've attended in and around the vicinity of my electorate of Holt. The first one was the Holi Festival, and it was my great honour to participate in the annual Holi Festival last Saturday at the Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple in Carrum Downs. Now, I celebrated this event with many members of Parliament, including the Leader of the Opposition in the Victorian Parliament, Daniel Andrews. All of us there were struck by the beauty of the temple, surely one of the most beautiful and ornate places of worship in Australia. Now, the Holi Festival itself, which, Madam Deputy Speaker, I'm sure you know, is an ancient festival, celebrates the victory of good over evil with the help of the divine. It also celebrates the triumph of devotion. Now, these are universal ideals that are especially relevant in light of the many natural disasters the world has suffered over the past few months. And I think it's useful for all of us, regardless of whatever religious background we come from, to strengthen our faith and renew our commitment to each other. What I experienced everywhere around me on that day was the faith and the commitment of the Hindu community. The rich traditions on display, the burning of sandalwood, the bright colours on people's faces and clothing were placed there with laughter and with love, and they're just some of the traditions that were celebrated and revered. And I believe celebrations in this country like this enhance us all. One of the great triumphs of the Australian experience is to allow those from every corner of the earth to make this place their home and to share their cultures with their fellow Australians, and to do so in an atmosphere of mutual respect and in shared understanding. And that belief for me was reinforced by so many from the non-Hindu community who also attended this event and revelled in it, sharing their experience in a spirit of happiness, understanding, mutual respect and shared commitment, values which make this country the best place on earth to establish and to build a future, regardless of race, regardless of colour or regardless of creed. Now, the Holi Festival that took place last Saturday, as I've said, was held at the Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple in Carrum Downs, which is one of the biggest traditional Hindu temples in the Southern Hemisphere and has existed since 1994. Now, this temple runs Hinduism classes, encourages the usage of the HSV library, organises religious and spiritual lectures and workshops, and importantly for the community, hosts events that recognise the significant important Hindu festivals such as the Holi Festival. Now, this temple has its place amongst major temples all over the world. The vision, the dedication, the courage and the spirit of the Hindu Society of Victoria gave the community of Victoria a priceless and everlasting legacy in the form of a truly magnificent temple which is shared with the rest of the community and accessible to the rest of the community as well, and is meant to do so. This unique temple transcends time barriers to remain an icon, symbolising the contribution of the Hindu community to the Australian community as a whole. And so this temple and mention of this temple would be imperfect without the mention of the hundreds of volunteers who sacrificed their time and worked with missionary zeal to basically create and construct this particular edifice. I'm always pleased to attend events of this nature, because to me it emphasises what makes Australia a great community. And I wish to recognise how proud I am of the role of the people who attended that event, be they Indian, from countries of origin, Sri Lankan or other Hindus in community, who came to this place, made their place this home. It's often said when the Catholics came to Australia that what they did was that they built the churches, and in building the churches they sunk their roots into the community and made the community their home. And I think in this case this is exactly what's happening with communities like the Hindu community as well as more recently arrived communities. And I think when you look at this temple and you look at the spirit of the people that were sharing that particular festivity, and you look at just how other people could share their experiences at the same time, and there were literally thousands of people that attended this event, I think that says a lot about our very unique place in the world and the fact that we can attract people from all other places of the world and make them feel part of our community, but also share in our community as well. Can I say, in finishing, because I know that I'm running short of time, that I wish to congratulate the Committee of Management that were involved in organising this particular event. In particular, Dr Anna Vikar, Dr Thani Kalsalam, Mr Mahendran and Mr Wickramasingam, and many others involved in organising the Holi Festival. As I've said here, some of these people have come to this country. There are push and pull factors and we are aware of those particular issues. But the fact is, everyone that I saw at that event who was sharing their history and their culture was proud to be an Australian and proud that event was making Australia the rich and dynamic culture and country that it is.